Hello and welcome to another Random Friday Musing. I hope you have all had a lovely week and the sun's been shining on you. And this week I've been thinking about dramas. I've said to a few people recently that what's really important in life? What is it that we really, really want? And it's peace. Peace and joy. And sometimes peace can feel a little bit dull. When you don't have something to play into, you don't have another drama, a crisis, and you think, well, life's just moving along smoothly, elegantly, gently. And sometimes there's a little part inside of us that kind of goes, oh, I long for something exciting to happen. I long for, a reason to have to engage my panic mode. And, it's all a bit crazy, but we are honestly, some of us, slightly addicted to dramas. And whilst we have this sort of addiction, it's very difficult for us to step into a place of peace. Because we have this consideration that being peaceful, it's so dull. Nothing exciting ever happens, as if the only conversation we can have with somebody is about what is happening in my life. I have to tell you all about my life. I have to tell you what's going on. I have to tell you all these crises that I'm in. And there's this kind of belief that we are so empty, that there isn't enough love inside of us. There isn't enough light, enough personality, unless we are experiencing some kind of crisis. But we also love to hang on to a crisis because it makes people come to us. When we see someone in crisis, as human beings, we have an automatic sort of desire to go and help them, to go and assist, to race in and say, what can I do? Partly because it makes us feel good, because our ego loves to say, look, I helped someone. So there's that element. But, the person who's having the crisis suddenly gets all this help, all this attention coming into them. And this leads to us feeling that without a crisis, I am nothing. So we then attract the next crisis. We say, well, what's the next bit of chaos coming in? How can I bring more people in? How can I make them stay with me? Well, if I go into a state of peace and joy and love, that's not going to bring enough people into me, to support my drama. So we keep building the dramas. We continue adding crises to our lives. And in fact, actually sometimes seeing even the wonderful things that come into our lives as crises. We could have 5 amazing things happening. Oh, it's a crisis because they're all happening at the same time. Isn't it awful? This is all based on our own attitude to how we see our lives, how we interact with ourselves. So we can literally make anything into a drama. And we need to come back to this place of acknowledging that actually what attracts people the most, what truly, truly brings people in, that is peace and joy and love. Again, a lot of people say to me, how do I attract love? Well, if you think about it as being a resonation, if you are putting out a resonation that is very aggressive or negative, angry, what are you actually going to call in? You're going to call in that same energy. Whereas when we really fall in love with ourselves, when we fall in love with love, what happens is that people are then attracted by this sense of love. They may not know why, but they are attracted by this sense of love that we are displaying to the world. And it's the same thing here. If we send out the energy of a crisis, the only thing we're going to call in is more crises. And then we sit and go, oh yes, but now I have to generate more crises because if not, people will leave me. And life becomes so chaotic. When we generate joy and peace inside of ourselves, we attract more peace. It doesn't mean that we're alone. This is the big fear why we create crises, is because it brings people in. And this assumption, therefore, is that peace will lead to us being alone. It won't. what it will mean is that we attract people who are also at peace in ourselves. It will mean that we can spend time with others joyfully, building communication, really talking, really listening. And most of all, we will have a mind that is calm, so that we can take advantage of all the opportunities that come to us, rather than having to build our own madness. We can actually look at the world through this piece and say, what is it that I want to bring in? There's an open door over here. Let's go and have a look at it. And there's another one over here. And let's go and explore this as well. The world of opportunity opens up when we sit within ourselves in peace. When there's too much chaos around us, we miss everything because we are so intent on creating our own whirlwind. And so all these beautiful experiences pass us by because we are focused only in one area. But a sense of peace, that means that we see everything around us. It means that every single opportunity is then there for us to take. And we get to feel it fully. We get to indulge in it fully because we are there in that moment in peace. And therefore, we can fully immerse ourselves in all the energy and all the experience that is happening around us. And then, as I say, others will join us in peace, because there is no more attractive energy than love and joy and peace. That is the real energy that calls in another soul, that calls people to us. So, if you're feeling alone, don't build a crisis, build love. If you feel you need attention, send out love and peace. And this will come back to you. Because the message finally is that you are worthy. We are all worthy of companionship and love. We don't have to create it artificially. We are simply worthy. Become that and it will come to you. But a drama, eventually it will only drive people away. And then you truly will be alone. We will truly be alone. Send out the energy that calls to others, and they will find you. They will find us. That's all we really have to do. So that was my random thought, hopefully useful musing for you today. Remember, you are special. We are all special, and we don't need anything. We don't just do anything to be special. We simply are. And just allow that special light to shine. And what you need will come back to you. I wish you the most beautiful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a blessed week. Bye-bye.